Hey, so I keep talking about tackling your issues hard, being vigilant toward them, being aggressive toward them, and well, it might be me talking, it might be me saying it, but the Bible tells us this, and it teaches us this. It says, "Be sober-minded and vigilant, because the enemy walks around like a prowling lion." But what if you're just not okay? You're in this place where, uh, you know, getting that response to when anything happens, and you are feeling you're on that breaking point. You are, first of all, I think if you're on that breaking point, you are so close to your breakthrough, man. It's just how fast. But what if you're just not okay? I mean, you're out of it. You can't get up. You can't. You're out of it. You can't. The first thing we tend to do is pretend, isn't it? We put on a smile, smile and wave. A lot of people say smile and wave, right? We put on a smile. Hey, hello, hello, hi. How are you? I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. Isn't that normally the answers? When inside you are, man, falling apart, holding on for dear life. Sometimes holding on, so just please let them not see it. Why? I feel it's very sad that we need to pretend to be okay, especially around the people who are meant to care for you, that are supposed to care for you. Why do we need to pretend to be okay? For me, I feel that's a way that's actually lying, and lying is a sin. So, yeah, it's kind of adding to the stuff. But I understand that it is. But I'm sad that this is what life has come to, you know. And I want to say that if this is the case, that this is what it's like with the people that is around you, then we need to change the people that is around us. If the people you choose to have in your life doesn't honestly truly care, not I care about your financial well-being. Yes, I want you to eat and I want you to have enough. You don't need. I'm not going to want for you to splurge, and yes, we do, because the Bible promises us about all these things where God increases us and gives us and wants to give us and bless us. But if those people around you, all they care about is what fancy car you drive and how much stuff you have in your house, and they don't really care about how you are up here, what's happening up here, what's happening in here, how are you, how are you doing in here, what's happening. They don't really care whether you're okay in that. You need to change those. And I'm okay. Look, there's people around you can't change. You can't change your coworkers for as an example. Okay, you can, but first things first is if you're in an unhealthy work environment, then I'd say go to the Lord and say, Lord, change the people around me, change my work environment, please help me, or move me to where I need to be. If I'm not supposed to be here, then that's one of the two things. Anyway, that's that's something for a whole another day. To fight and be vigilant towards our challenges, it's not pretending, it's adulting in some ways, for the lack of a better word. Jy kan nie gaan lê nie, man. Dis die punt. You can't, don't go lie down. Don't go isolate yourself. Don't put back. Don't be like, oh, woe is, oh, shame, piece me. No, don't do that. Because that creates a space you don't want to create. Because the enemy is an opportunist, my friend. I've said this many times, and the Bible says it too. The enemy is an opportunist. And I still remember there was a time when I was a younger man, a younger boy, still in my parents' house. And if I there was there's a particular incident that I'm thinking of, but I can't remember what the issue was. And I was broken. I was hartseer. I was not lekker. It was the end of the world as a little boy in my teens. And I still remember a response from my mom, which she actually did offer now that I think about it. And it was a thing. Oh, shympies man. Oh, giesie man. Arme Jaantjie man. Oh, giesie. And yes, it's a very form of a sarcastic response, you could say. if you look at it from that way, but that's not the context. So the context of this for me, if I think about it today, is that was the response of somebody who knew me, who knew what I was capable of, who knew how I was have been equipped already, because this person formed part, my mom formed part of the arsenal that I have today. Helped me build the arsenal, helped me build the foundation that I have today. She knew, she formed part of the equipping me to face anything and everything that comes my way and that I can. So her response was literally to go to sit there and go, oh, I same you man, oh, you my drukkie man. For her to do that means, dude, you're being an idiot. You're being stupid, but not giving me the answer, because some things in life, parents know, my bro. Some things you need to figure stuff out for yourself. They can't give you alles. They can't spoon feed you like most people need to be done with today. It's stupid. If you don't learn to figure out stuff for yourself, you'll never learn to figure out stuff for yourself. And you'll always be stuck in that, like, oh, woe is me, ach nee, net nie dit nie, kyk hoe presteer die ou, look at how this is doing, what about me? And you'll get stuck in that space in your life. Learn to figure this stuff out. So this is what my mom was doing in those moments. Even though I didn't think about it at the time, I thought it was the end of the world. It's ridiculous, you know. It's a, you know, I'm seeing today, it's a little pathetic thing. And but it also doesn't seem like it. But that's outside of the box. That's the thing. My mom was also outside of the box at that time, and in that space, they see everything. That's how she knew. But it's not even a big thing, and he's being an idiot. You know, it doesn't make me. It doesn't make me an idiot. Let me just get this right. You acting like, yeah, I was acting like one. Because I couldn't see straight. Because when you're in the box, you don't see straight. And the people around you are outside the box. They see around you. They see alles. So listen to them. And remember that God also does, when we pretend to be okay then around anything and everything, God doesn't look at that either anyway. He looks at the heart. He looks at the mind. He looks inside. He sees inside. So now 1 Samuel 16 verse 7 is a verse that I feel is fitting here. Because it says, but the Lord said to Samuel, do not look at his appearance or at his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man sees at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. God looks at your heart, my friend. Psalm 44:21 actually popped up here as well. He says, would God not search this out? For he knows the secrets of the heart. God knows the secrets of the heart, my friend. So he looks inside. He knows you're not okay. So I know it's not our intent to be lying. And, you know, but we need to get, the important thing is we need to get to the point of changing your can'ts into cans. I can get up. I can be vigilant. I can tackle this thing hard. I can put a helmet on and slap this thing, man. I can. Not I can't anymore. I can. You can. Yes, you can. And God has the breakthrough that you need, my friend. You need to stop feeling the need to pretend to be okay in the first place. I want you to get to a place where you're actually okay. And the place to do this is at God's feet, is talking to Jesus, my friend. He says in Matthew 11, he says, come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He says, take my yoke upon you and learn from me. Learn from him. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. Man, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. It's light with the Lord because he's supposed to deal with everything for you. He's supposed to deal with it. You can only do what you can do. You can't do what you can't do. That's his job. He says it. So take his yoke upon you, my friend. It's light there. It's lekker there. He's not a man, my friend. And I know you've trusted people before in your life. They've let you down. They've hurt you more. They've put you in worse positions. I know. I understand that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this had happened to you. I'm sorry that you had to deal with it. I'm sorry that these people, whether they did it intentionally or not, I'm sorry. But God won't do that. God is not a man. What if seconds from now you can be okay? What if seconds from now everything can be okay for you? If you're in a space where you've never given anything to the Lord, maybe it's worth the risk for you. So I want to encourage you with this today is get silent. Speak to your Father in heaven. Speak to our Father in heaven. Tell him what's going on inside of you. Even though he already knows, tell him what's going on inside of you. Give it to him. Lay it at his feet. And then you leave it there.